Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Glenmark Pharma, whether it is attractive at these levels or one should avoid it. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Glenmark, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you will have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time on short-term, long-term market call. And also, if you can pay $100 upfront, you get 1 year access by getting a 20% discount. For detailed market or company talk, or you have a number of stocks, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. Now about the company. Glenmark was established in 1977 and they are engaged in the development of new chemical entities and new biological entities which are known as NBEs. One of the largest API and formulation company in India. 11 manufacturing facilities they have in 4 countries, and they export all across the globe, whether it is Australia, Europe, US, etc. And some brands include Alex Cuff Formula, they have Candid, they have Leres, etc. If you look at the financials, then these are Q1 numbers of this year versus last year. So they had a sales growth of around 27%. They had a profit growth of around 4%, and that is what has been the deterrent, that their profit is not growing that well compared to other mid cap or even larger pharma companies. Interest burden has reduced, which is a positive, and there's decent promoter and institutional holding. But if you look at the return ratios, they are nothing great to write home about. ROE of around 6% and a net profit margin of around 8%, which is not magnificent. Average looking, you can say, return ratios. If you look at the performance, stock has fallen relentlessly since 2015 and had lost around 66% of its value till 2019, and then the recovery took place. Market cap was reduced to around 14,000 crores, and it has done nothing even after many pharma stocks have surged, and we have seen that happen in 2020, we have seen that happen in 2021. During April May, that many of the pharmaceutical stocks did well, but Glenmark has not done that exceedingly well. Even on numbers front, it has done not much, and is one of the laggards of the sector. In fact, Glenmark started to do well when they announced that they are working on some kind of you can say anti-COVID or anti-pandemic drug, or some kind of drugs that would help relieve the pain of the pandemic. But eventually nothing much came out of it, and the stock went up and then went down also over a period of time. If you look at the technicals, then the stock has a 200 DMA as 550, and so once 550, 560 is crossed, only then a sustained up move is possible in the stock. The short term support lies around 460, so any declines towards 460 could be a buying opportunity if you really want to buy into it. There is a massive up move that is expected above 610. If you remember, few years back, 3-4 years back, 610 used to be some kind of a support when it used to do extremely well, and 610 is a very pivotal level. Once that is crossed, only then you will see a huge up move in the stock. Otherwise, it could be range bound between 560 570 on the upside and 470 460 on the downside. Looks weak on charts, doesn't look that great, may consolidate even further going forward. So we are seeing heavy consolidation. It could continue unless the numbers change, unless the on the numbers front the company end up doing extremely well. So what needs to be done? I would say avoid as a stock. I believe there are better pharmaceutical companies available, and if you really want to find out, become a member on Patreon. I really talk about some of the pharma stocks that could really generate wealth over 7-8 years. There are many mid-cap pharma companies that I have talked about on YouTube as well, which could end up doing extremely well going forward. But I think If you have it at lower levels, say 330, 350, 360, yes, definitely hold on. You'll not get those prices. I think it can be range bound between 460 to 560. But if numbers really show through, then you'll see that the stock will perform very well. But you can buy into better mid and larger pharma stocks which are much better in pedigree than Glenmark. So this was my video on Glenmark. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.